Well, Al Jazeera's Ahmed Idris covered the abduction of more than 200 schoolgirls who were taken by Boko Haram back in April. He's also met some of those girls who escaped and joined us now in the studio. I'll talk a little bit more about the girls in just a moment, Ahmed. First of all, very little official information coming out on this latest abduction, if indeed it is even confirmed. In your opinion, does it look like the work of Boko Haram?
It does really look like the Boko Haram, and like Andrew said, this is an area where Boko Haram has been operating of late. Over the last 3 weeks or so, there have been several attacks in that area, despite the fact that the military is positioned there to deal with the insurgency. This area we're talking about is close to the Sambisa forest, where it is believed that most of these girls are still being held. This is what vigilantes who are walking or who are living in that community are telling Al Jazeera, that they believe that these the latest abduction or the victims of the latest abduction have also been taken to the Sambisa forest, which is around Chibok area. So basically, this is how it all started with the abduction of the Chibok girls, if you remember, way back in April. The authorities were not even acknowledging the fact that these girls have been abducted. It took them weeks for them to accept the fact that these girls have been abducted.
It's very strange, the official reaction, to people who are outside of Nigeria. Perhaps it's quite normal for people inside, they're used to this kind of official almost denial. But if they know where the girls are, if they're hearing reports of these people being taken to the same place, why can't they simply go and get them?
Well, it's a difficult terrain. Most of the military personnel who have been deployed to Maiduguri to fight the insurgency are actually from other parts of the country. And that's the reason why the government of recent has sort of incorporated the locals, who are called the civilian jetty, local vigilante, made up of people who have actually suffered in the hands of Boko Haram. So basically, they are involving these people with the local knowledge of the environment and the people involved in these activities to help the military deal with the situation. But so far, there are several stories, government officials acknowledging the fact that these fighters are better armed, better trained, better motivated than the Nigerian military. So basically, the approach they take before even attacking a village, it's just amazing. Because before help could arrive for these people, for the villages, the isolated community, it takes hours. And by the time the military or the security officials arrive, they've sort of done their damage and disappeared into the bushes.
Yeah, and by the time we get news of it, it's a couple of days later, which again is extraordinary. I just want to quickly ask you, while we've still got time, what happened to those girls who you met, who you spoke to, who were abducted a couple of months ago?
I spoke to some of their parents just some few days ago, and one of them was telling me that his daughter is actually trying to recover, but he said it's a difficult process. Some of these girls have been moved from their localities, especially those writing their final exams, to the capital Maiduguri, to neighboring states to sort of write their final exams, because these are students who are hoping to go to university, and then this happened. All of a sudden, their dreams are dashed.
Yeah. Okay, Ahmed Idris, thanks very much for coming in and giving us a little bit of perspective on the situation there in northern Nigeria.